Any tips on diving into the startup ecosystem as a high school student? As you may know, I started my very first company in, I think it was summer 2020, so during the pandemic. And I kind of got tricked into it by my well-known co-founder, Alexander, still one of my best friends. And I never thought about it. And the reason why I never thought about it is not because startups are a bad thing, on the very contrary. I was just living in a world where startups were not a thing, which is a bit sad. I grew up in Croatia, never met anyone there who started a startup. It was like this far away mystical thing that I just had no connection to, and like no idea how one would ever start that thing. And I wish I had known this, honestly, because I love startups, and if I had known about this much earlier, I would have had a head start. But with that, you're in high school. It's an ideal time to start experimenting with startups. Because think about it this way. Yes, you may not have a lot of experience. And chances that you're going to build $1 billion startup out of high school are very small. But you are not necessarily doing it for that reason. It's a learning experience, because chances are that the first several startups that you start are either going to fail completely or are not going to become huge. If they do, like did happen to Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and some other people, amazing. But if they don't, it's not a bad thing, because it's about learning. Think about startups is the best business school that you can have. Like, you can pay $200,000 for a 2-year MBA here at Harvard, which is nice. You get a nice network. But what you can also do is just say, okay, I'm in high school. I have nothing to lose, really. I don't have a family to feed. I don't have a mortgage to pay off for my house. Just do it. It's a learning experience. You will learn. I can tell you, in the first 2 months of starting my startup, I probably have learned more than ever before in my life. It was eye-opening. I was like, wow, I have just entered this new world, and within 2 months I've gotten so deeply immersed into it just because I tried. And I encourage you to do the same. You're in high school, go for it. Try something. Doesn't matter. You don't wait for a great idea. Most ideas are bad anyways, right? What matters is more like the idea space. I kind of keep preaching that in all of my videos. It's like an idea is just a starting point. You need to be in a good idea space and keep pivoting around until you find something good, if you ever do. And it's even happening with Keep On, right? Jeremy and I kind of talked about switching directions a little bit in the last video. If you watched the episode, I think it's been episode 13 at this point. These things happen all the time. My previous startup, my very same thing. We started off called Case Minds, looking into case law, until we realized it's not really a novel thing. And then we ended up switching into due diligence and M&A and VC. So it just took some